Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see Maharashtra State Board, Class 10, Science 2, Chapter number 6, Animal Classification. In the previous video, already we have discussed about the classification of a living organism, how the living organisms are classified in a different categories, and the five kingdom classification we have discussed. In that, the five kingdoms, namely Monera, Protista, Plantae, fungi, and animalia. This we have studied in a previous video. In the previous one, already we have studied about the history of animal classification, then the traditional method of animal classification, and then the conventional system of animal classification. Already we have discussed. So, in the today's video, we are going to see the criteria for a new system of classification. Because when we talk about the animal classification, we require certain criteria on the basis of which we can classify the living organism. So, in that classification, the first criteria is the grades of organization. When we talk about the grades of the classification or the grades of the organization, so basically it means that the cells present in the body, how they are organized, how they are present in the animal's body, that decides the type of the or the grade of the organization or the animals. When we talk about the unicellular animals, they are referred as the protoplasmic grade of organization. Why? Because there is a single cell present, then that's why they are called as the protoplasmic grade organization. Further, when we talk about some multicellular organisms or the animals, tissues are not formed. Tissues are not formed. Only the cells are present in a bunched manner. So that's why they are called as a cellular grade organization. Then further, when we talk about some of the animal cells come together to form a tissues, like the human beings. When we talk about the cells are coming together to form a different kind of tissues, and that kind of animals or the living organisms are called as the cell tissue grade organization. For example, animals from the phylum Cnidaria. Further is flatworms show tissue organ grade organization. In this type of organization, tissues are organized to form some organs. Like in humans, tissues are organized to form the organs. So this is what the first category on the basis of which we are classifying the different kind of the living organism. Examples they have given over here, like a paramecium and the amoeba. They are a protoplasmic grade organization. They are the unicellular body. Further is they have given us about the cellular grade organization. Then the next they have given is about the jellyfish, which comes under the category of the cell tissue grade organization. Then the tissue organ grade organization, in that planaria they have shown over here. Now the further is a human body they have shown over here, which is a example of a organ system grade of organization. In this they have given a blank, so names you have to write down, like the first one is a brain, then here we have a mouth or the tongue also you can write, then here we have lungs, here you can write heart, here you can write bone, then here you can write as a gallbladder, then this side you can write as a liver, then you can write as a nerves, then you can write here the muscles, you can write as a thigh. So there's different parts of the body you can write. The next category or the next criteria what we have is a body symmetry. Body symmetry is nothing but the one imaginary axis which we can draw in the body, and if we cut the living organism, this is all just imaginary part. If we cut the living organism according on the basis of that particular axis or the plane, then it gets divided into equal halves. So we have in that three different categories are there according to the body symmetry. The one is the asymmetrical body. In such cases, or in this kind of a cases of the body of a living organism cannot be divided into equal halves in any way. If you will cut it, it will give you two unequal parts. So that's why they are called as the asymmetrical body. One is a radial symmetry. In this type of a body, the imaginary cut passes through a central axis, but any plane it's possible. Any plane. Like here, the second picture, what they have shown, you can see over here the multiple planes are there. The one plane is this, one plane is this, one plane is this. Any plane, if you are cutting it, the radially, if you are cutting it in any plane, then it will get divided into a equal halves. So these are called as the radial symmetry. Asymmetrical already we have discussed. And the next one is a bilateral symmetry. So there will be only one plane. If you cut the living organism on the basis of that particular plane, then you will get two equal halves. Like the human beings, if you will cut it from the center, and some other animals, living organism which is in and around us, like the goat, dog, monkey, if you will cut their body in bilaterally, means from the center, then you will get exactly two equal halves. So that is called as a bilateral symmetry. So this is also one of the criteria of dividing the living organisms or classifying the living organism. The next what we have is the another criteria, that is the germ layers, diploblastic and triploblastic. So means two layers or the three layers of the germs layers. So multicellular animals germ layers are formed during initial period of their embryonic development, and from those germ layers on the different tissues are formed in the body. In case of some animals, only two germ layers, that is endoderm and ectoderm, are formed. For example, all cnidarians, in most of all the remaining animals, three germ layers are formed, that is mesoderms besides endoderm and ectoderm. The next criteria what we have, that is the body cavity or the column. Cavity between the body and internal organs is called as the body cavity or the column. In case of a multicellular animals, during initial period of their embryonic development, body cavity is formed from either mesoderm or gut. Such type of body cavity is present in animals of phylum Annelida, and all phyla coming after Annelida. Such animals are called as the euglomate. Animals with true body cavity. Body cavity is absent in case of animals from phyla Porifera, Cnidaria and Platyminthus. Such animals are called as the equilomate. So these are the two types of the body cavity or the types of the animals on the basis of their body cavity. Further, when we talk about this particular section, then the next one is a body segmentation. There are the certain animals whose body is segmented. Like if I am talking about the earthworm, we have a multiple segments or the parts in the body which are connected together to form the entire body. So here they have given body of animals is divided into small similar units. Then such body is called as a segmented body. Each small unit is called as segment. For example, animals like a earthworm from the phylum Annelida. So here they have given us about on the basis of this or criterias, the body or the living organism or the kingdom Animalia is divided in a different phylums. Let's see how they are classified. So here kingdom Animalia is classified as a cellular grade, and the tissue organ or the organ system grade. Cellular grade is further classified as the asymmetrical body, and on the basis of a body cavity, acclimate, and then the porifera. Tissue organ or the organ system grade, it's further classified as a radial symmetry and the bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry is further known as the acclimate, which is further classified as a phylum, that is a Cnidaria. Then the bilateral symmetry, that is a acclimate, pseudoclimate and the euclilmate, and they are further classified as the different phylum, that is the Platyminthus, Escliminthus, Annelida, Orthopoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, and the Hemichordata, and the last one as the Chordata. So these are the different phylums we have under the category of the or the kingdom Animalia. So in the next video, we are going to see about the phylum, the different phylums and their characteristics we are going to discuss in a coming video. So in this video, only this much.